Hey weirdos, welcome back to Julia's Storytime, the show where reality takes off its pants, sits down and says, "You thought fiction was wild? Hold my beer." Today, we're diving into some real-life stories so bizarre, so ridiculous, they'll make you question whether the human race deserves Wi-Fi. Buckle up, no spoilers, just know it involves explosions, body parts, and decisions that make raccoons look like NASA engineers. So in 2022 in Chihuahua, Mexico, because of course it's Mexico, a 30-year-old man named Diego had a brilliant idea. Break into prison, to break someone out. Like Ocean's 11 if everyone had head injuries. His plan? Step 1. Hide a grenade in his butt. Step 2. Get arrested. Step 3. Poop out the grenade and blow open his friend's cell. Simple. Smart. Except for, everything. So Diego causes a public scene to get arrested. He yells at police, kicks a trash can, probably screams, "I am the bomb," unironically. It works. They toss him in jail. Boom. He's in. Now it's time to do the extraction. Literally. He crouches in his cell, sweating, grunting, probably regretting all life choices since age 7. But there's a problem. The grenade is stuck. Like, stuck. As in, this is not coming out unless you got salad tongs and divine intervention stuck. And then, boom, it explodes. Inside the cell. Instant death. For Diego, instant chaos. For the prison. And instant therapy bills for the guy in the next bunk. He didn't break his friend out. He didn't even break the door open. What he did do was become a human warning label. Do not insert explosives anally. And the wild part? Nobody ever figured out how he got the grenade in there, which honestly might be the most terrifying mystery of all. And just when you thought it couldn't get dumber, 2014, a quiet village in Madhya Pradesh, India. 10-year-old Amir is playing outside with friends, having the time of his life, until his stomach suddenly goes, "Hey buddy, emergency meeting, now." So Amir runs off toward the village's public toilet. And listen, when we say toilet, we don't mean your sparkling bathroom with lavender-scented hand soap. We're talking concrete, flies, mystery liquids, and a smell that could legally be classified as emotional abuse. He steps in, sits down, and just as he starts to relax, he hears a gurgling from below. Spoiler, when a toilet makes noise first, it's not going to be a good poop. What Amir didn't know is that the septic tank under this toilet hadn't been cleaned since... ever. Years of built-up methane gas were sitting there like a fart-shaped time bomb. Then, boom. The toilet explodes. Not a joke, not an exaggeration. The ceramic toilet seat flies straight into the air, and like some cruel cartoon, it comes down like a missile and smashes Amir's skull. The poor kid didn't even have time to say flush. He was knocked out cold, covered in blood, and left unconscious on the ground. His friends, who were outside playing tag 2 minutes ago, now see smoke coming out of the outhouse and start screaming for help. They thought they were going to get scolded for breaking a window. Instead, they witnessed a bathroom assassination. Amir was rushed to the hospital, but the damage was too severe. He didn't make it. Authorities later revealed that in a decade, over 200 incidents like this had happened across India, all due to gas buildup in neglected septic systems. Methane is 1.5 times more explosive than regular natural gas. In a closed space, even a toilet can go full Michael Bay. So the next time you think your bathroom is gross, at least it hasn't tried to murder you yet. It's 2024 in Sydney, Australia. 28-year-old Emma just finished a long day of probably being effortlessly hot. She's a model, known for her waist-length shampoo commercial-level hair. We're talking Rapunzel, but make it fashion. That night she's exhausted, too tired to braid it, too tired to care. So she does what we've all done, faceplant into bed with her hair loose like a damn mermaid. Big mistake. Sometime around 2 a.m, she rolls over in her sleep. Her silky, luxurious hair wraps around her neck like it's auditioning for a true crime documentary. But Emma's deep in dreamland. She has no idea she's being gently strangled by her own beauty. As she keeps shifting, the friction between her silk sheets and her hair tightens the loop. It's slow, it's silent. And by the time her body tries to say, "Hey, I can't breathe," it's already too late. In the morning, her boyfriend rolls over, ready for some good morning gorgeous action. Except what he sees is straight out of a horror movie. Emma's face is pale, lips purple, and there's a deep line across her neck. Her hair, her pride, her career, became her noose. She was gone. The autopsy called it a case of hair tourniquet syndrome. Apparently, it can cut off blood flow in under 20 minutes. Most cases, babies or toddlers. But Emma, full-grown 28-year-old goddess taken down by her own conditioner commercial. Australian safety experts later warned, sleeping with long hair loose on silk sheets increases choking risk by 40%. So yes, Emma was literally killed by being too smooth. Lesson of the day? If your hair touches your butt, maybe tie it up before bed, or just go bald and live forever. August 2018, Venice Beach, California. The sun is shining. The waves are crashing. Everyone looks like they just stepped out of a sunscreen commercial. And 32-year-old Jason? He's vibing. Tank top, shades, flip-flops, and he's a certified frisbee bro. You know the type. He doesn't walk. He jogs everywhere. Probably says namaste unironically. So he's in the middle of a heated beach frisbee match. Sandy feet, good tunes, friends cheering, everyone slightly buzzed on White Claw and vitamin D. Life is perfect, until Jason spots the game-winning frisbee flying away toward the horizon. Like a hero in a sports movie, he sprints. He leaps into the air. Slow motion, epic pose. And that's when fate taps in. At the exact same moment, a tiny sightseeing plane is flying super low overhead. Because apparently, air traffic control was like, sure, take her down to 15 meters. What could go wrong? The frisbee clips the plane's landing gear. Ping! It bounces back at Jason like it's mad about something. Only now, it's spinning at kill you speed. This thing turns from beach toy to circular guillotine in 0.2 seconds. It slices clean through his neck. Like arterial spray, full horror movie mode. His friends, still holding beer cans, screaming in slow motion. The pilot, completely unaware. Just flying off into the sunset like he didn't just cause a Mortal Kombat fatality. Jason dies on the spot. And yes, the frisbee survives. Probably still spinning somewhere in hell. Turns out, a frisbee flying at over 100 kilometers per hour can deliver up to 3,000 newtons of force. That's enough to cut skin, muscle, arteries. Basically, it's a plastic ninja star. So next time you're tossing the disc at the beach, just remember, frisbee or final scene. So it's 2022 in Tijuana, Mexico, a place known for tacos, tequila, and now apparently booby-trapped bachelor pads of doom. Meet Juan, 45 years old, full-blown paranoid, and absolutely convinced the world is out to get him. Not in a they're watching me through my phone way, more like, I just built a flamethrower in my hallway kind of way. This guy didn't just believe people were after him. He prepared for it. His house looked like Kevin McAllister grew up, watched too much conspiracy TikTok, and had access to military-grade hardware. There were motion-triggered flamethrowers by the front door, poison darts lining the hallway, and in the living room, a modified automatic rifle that could start spraying bullets like a gangster-themed Roomba. Now Juan, being Juan, decides one night to pop 10 sleeping pills to finally get some rest. Because, you know, nothing says sweet dreams like drug-induced paranoia in a war zone. But then, he starts sleepwalking. Yup, like some tragic Looney Tunes episode, he stumbles out of bed and right into his homemade death course. First, he sets off the flamethrower. Whoosh! He narrowly dodges it. Then, twang! He triggers the poison dart trap. One grazes his cheek, but he survives. Barely. But then, as he shuffles into the living room, click, he bumps the tripwire. And the rifle goes full Rambo. 30 rounds, straight to Juan. The next morning, police find him dead, the house riddled with bullet holes, and his diary full of rants, like, 50 assassins live in my ceiling. Spoiler, they didn't. Psychiatrists say up to 15% of delusional patients build violent, self-defense traps, and 32% end up falling victim to their own devices, which means Juan didn't just lose his mind, he lost a gunfight to himself. If that story made your brain hurt, this next one will make your soul sigh. 1999, Cambodia. 3 drinking buddies. 1 abandoned bomb. What could possibly go wrong? Meet Sok, Vanek, and Paiseth. Lifelong friends, slightly buzzed, deeply dumb. They're chilling in a half-collapsed shack, throwing back shots of rice wine that probably doubles as bug spray. At some point,
Oh?
Sock stumbles into the yard for fresh air and finds something buried in the dirt. It's round, metal, and deeply cursed. Guys, I found treasure? Nope. Bro, that's not treasure. That's a landmine. A real, war grade, one wrong step and your soul leaves your body landmine. So naturally the boys bring it inside. Now, if this were a normal story, they'd call the bomb squad. But no, these three geniuses invent a drinking game called landmine shots. Take turns standing on it while chugging rice wine. Last one to bail drinks free for the night. Y'all, this isn't even Russian roulette. Russian roulette only takes out one person. This thing? The moment it pops, it's taking out the whole squad. They weren't playing a game, they were throwing a group funeral with appetizers. Sock goes first, stands on it, drinks, lives. Vanek goes next, same move, still lives. Then Paiseth steps up, raises his cup like he's toasting the Grim Reaper. Boom, that landmine didn't flinch this time. It goes full Michael Bay. Sock and Vanek die instantly. Paiseth is technically alive for like 45 seconds, just long enough to regret everything, then dies in the ambulance. Turns out Cambodia still has millions of these unexploded landmines. Some are so old and rusty, they can detonate under as little as 30 kilos of pressure. That's barely more than your drunk uncle doing yoga. Moral of the story? If your drinking game has a higher body count than Squid Game, maybe it's time to switch to Uno. So, which story made you audibly say, "What?" Let me know in the comments. Was it the homemade trap house, the explosive surgery, or the guy who tried to outdrink a landmine? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss next week's episode of real people making really bad decisions. Until then, stay safe out there. And maybe, just don't stick grenades where grenades don't belong.